smelling fresh and looking spiffy. Don't like clean money, I want my wrist to be filthy. Pops with that retirement fund, I can't touch till I'm 60. So what am I supposed to do? Rollin' through, steady patting them pockets till I'm stacking holding two. Ching ching bling bling, catching cash and lump. It's a Coro, get a jacket, I'm selling them out my trunk. Whenever, whatever, it takes to shake down $1. Moto in that direction, wait a minute, holla holla. All wants to know where they go, where they winning. A Mick and Marshall Monday, smelling just like a mint. Back in the days, they said money is the root of all evil. Money, nowadays, money is the root of rich dreams. Come on, now if you can't see the money, get your eyes clean with Visine. I need 5 things plus 7 digits at a time. See my children chillin', the best, never worse. See, we never get the pebbles, they got the rocks first. Bank vaults, I'm locking. Ching ching, we're mocking. I'm rocking. My family Christmas stockings are shocking. Fine women, any weather. Naughty denim and leather. Call it trickin', whatever, son, they get better. I'm one smart cookie, the vet that smacks rookies. My stock's on top, your checks bounce while mine's boogie. Wrist, I must rock it. Chicks, stop it, I knock it. Cash looks like I got a gang of fists in my pockets. Fist in my pockets. Fist in my pockets.
Everybody's got a price. Everybody's gonna pay. 'Cause the $1 million man always gets his way. Money, 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 money. Some might cost a little. Some might cost a lot. But I'm the $1 million man. And you will be bought.
Oh man, I'm laughing. I'm laughing it up. Because that's what we do here on a Wednesday night. We laugh it up with good times, with good friends. And you're back here for another episode of the Best of 99, Season 3, round number 10. The conclusion coming so soon. And who better to hang out with me than a man that I would love to laugh at? Oh, I meant to say laugh with. Oh, you heard me. Oh, wow, there's the puns intended. Of course, it's a retro gaming legend himself, Chris Bidwell. Chris, how are you this evening?
King, how are you tonight? I am doing great. Old guys playing Tetris round 10, hosted by 2 even older guys. I love it.
Oh, I love it as well, yes. So we can go straight on to the opening card there. As you can see, we got about 2.5 minutes left to go. The players will be getting ready shortly. And, you know, Chris, people probably coming in and saying, why are you even still doing this? Jeff finished it out last week. He's officially won the best of 99 in games and sets. But, you know, Chris, the whole point of the best of 99 is to finish all 99 games, right? Regardless of the final scores and whatnot. But there's still some storyline happening here. Jeff, 9 wins away from tying his record. He'd need to get 10 to officially overtake. And he doesn't necessarily have to win the next 2 sets. He could, like, blow Alex out in, like, a 9-0 and then just win one more next time. But it's very intriguing. And Alex, a man very prideful, I'm sure would probably want to deny Jeff that opportunity.
Yeah, like the Indianapolis 500, if you're winning more than 100 laps, you don't stop the race, you finish all 200 laps. So, you got to be winning at the end. Finish it out.
Of course.
So, and frankly, I do this to hang out with you and to watch my favorite old timers play, and that's why I'm here, and I get to see more of it. I want to sign up for all 11 rounds, and damn it, this is round 10, and we got one more week after this.
We do, yes. And our players have signed up to play all 99, so we're gonna see what Alex can do tonight. I'm sure he'll come on high. I mean, listen, Chris, we've been watching the last few weeks. Alex has just been playing really, really well, and it's been a treat.
Yeah, I think that if he had a goal to improve his game for an appearance at his 14th consecutive CTWC, that plan is going to come to fruition because I believe his trajectory is on the upswing. A lot of these games have been a lot closer. Obviously, we don't look at the degree of how people win. It's just wins and losses. But the way he is finishing these out, his improvement in 19 play, absolutely you can see the difference between week 1 and week 10. So mission accomplished, and maybe there's even more surprises to come.
So many surprises, I'm sure, and hopefully we'll get players live here. Looking at, probably gonna do a little refresh on Jeff's side. They're very punctual people. They like to show up here right on time, no delay, time to play, all that type of good stuff. So hopefully we'll see them shortly.
They don't need to take the tube to get to their Tetris station.
Of course not, no. And we talked about this many times before, Chris, that warm-ups for these players really not essential in this type of format because you're playing so many games that it's like, okay, I could warm up maybe like 1 or 2. Get into that rhythm.
Probably, yeah. Especially Jeff. And I think the other factor is you play too much of this game, you kind of reach your peak and you start to decline a little bit. So maybe if you warm up too much, you reach that peak a little too early.
Oh, I agree. I mean, we've kind of seen that plenty of times in Classic Tetris, not just in this series, but like in matchups in general. Sometimes, you know, there are players that kind of like warm up 2 hours before a match, and then all of a sudden they get a dud and wonder, oh, what happened? I was playing so good in warm-ups. So, no problem.
Crafty Jim, some going through internet. Sorry, nope. Don't apologize. We'll vamp. We'll watch Kataru do Secret Grade if nothing else.
Of course, right. Can always be entertained that way. I'm sure Alex will be live in moments as well. So we will be patient and wait and give us more time to chat away because, Chris, we're like 5 weeks away from the World Championships.
That's
so you
it?
Can believe
Just
it.
5?
Just 5, baby, yeah.
Oh, man. Does this mean an endless series of endless meetings where we have to figure out, the pixel width of our OBS scenes?
Yes. They must be
man.
accurate.
The protocols.
Protocols? Somebody say protocols?
I tried to be more subtle with it.
I'm not very subtle at all. Just
I fear for my life.
I'll just run with it. All right, so yeah, Mr. Jeff is live. Alex Kitaru not yet. So no worries. Perhaps I'll shoot him another message. I did send in the reminder today for players, and I'm sure maybe Alex is running a little bit late.
It is only 6 o'clock out there, so
Correct. And no worries for me, Bidwell. I'm more than welcome to hang out with you as long as we can.
Oh, hey.
Alex is setting up. I see. Thank you.
This is the whole reason I do this, to hang out with you. Like, we see each other 1 or 2 tournaments a year. This is our chance to talk a little smack, reminisce a bit, and watch my favorite old school players, whether it's Kataru and Jeff this year, or Ed Mullen, or Louis Scuey, or Joey Parker, whoever we get next year. Is bring in a legend, have him entertain us, and I get to be a part of it, and it's great.
Oh, without question. I mean, I would love to see them more often and whatnot. I mean, Chris, you never know.
The older you get, the harder. Yeah.
Might see a lot more of them very soon in maybe 5 weeks. I would, no spoiler alerts here because we're still finalizing things. But I mean, I would love to see Alex and Jeff playing something very special.
Possibly. Even if it's just a plain old CTWC appearance, that would be amazing. But any capacity that we might have for them. And, in the old days, Alex Kerr was kind of the king of the side tournament. He won like the PS4 tournament, and I think he was in the finals of the first Tetris Effect tournament, and he won a couple of Super Nintendo crowns. So his Swiss Army knife skills in all genres and flavors of Tetris come in handy in those situations.
They really do. And this gives us more time to have the crowd come on in, I'm sure. And we always get a good crowd to watch these Wednesday night events with these two legends. But, give a little bit more time, a little more expose on what's happening here. So Jev, again, for those that are coming in, has won the Best of 99 series. He has overtaken by the games. He has 56 wins overall in the season. He has also won the sets battle 6-3, excuse me. So he's going to look to try to wrap it up, maybe pad a little bit more to the statistics and just show his dominance. In past seasons, Chris, in season 1, we did this with Louis and Ben. Ben basically just outgunned Louis 11-0. Louis was not able to get any sets, but he got a few close ones in there. There's a few 5-4s and 6-3s overall in that one. And certainly could have taken a couple of those deciders, just didn't go in his favor. And then last season, Jev beat up on Ben 8-3 overall. So Jeff potentially could match his sets total, but as mentioned, could overtake 65 wins. That is the all-time record in this series.
Well, and I've got a cowbell sitting right next to me that I've rang for Jeff this season. I'm eagerly anticipating the moment Kataru breaks that 1 million point threshold. I believe in him. It's going to happen, and it's going to be great.
I mean, he's come very close in a number of these games, so I certainly would not be surprised if that happens, and would love it. It would be history in the making too. He's never had a comp.
Never had a comp max out. Wow. So this is it. This is the big chance. He had like a 950, I believe, last week.
Yeah, he had somewhere hovering around at like 945, something like that. His highest score was the 975, where he had it set up. He had a Tetris set up. He needed to max out to win. Jeff had a low max of like 1 million, like 4,000 points, something like that. And Alex, all he had to do was just get the Tetris and then maybe like a double or triple after in 29. It was going to be very tight, but the Tetris would have got him to the max out city. So
it's just, you're in that situation and your autopilot, the speed is so fast, you're not thinking, you're reacting and going back to your training and your hours and hours of playing this game, and it's real easy to stick with your original gameplay and not change up your protocol, for lack of a better term, in those situations. And that's what makes tournament Tetris different than sitting at home playing solo. So
indeed.
And the other thing I guess we're going to look out for, I think, is the false start count. I think we had a clean series last week.
We did,
if I'm not mistaken. So more of those, please.
So they have set the record for most clean games in a season. They have 3 so far out of the 9 rounds that we played. So that's a third of the rounds here, Chris, that no false starts, to be honest. And there's a couple of the rounds also may have had like only 1 or 2 false starts. So when we go back and look at it, I mean, they'll definitely, unless they poop the bed these next 2 weeks, they'll definitely have like probably one of the best statistical seasons of them all.
I mean, you save all the penalties for the Las Vegas Raiders starting this Sunday, so they can keep the penalties out of the classic Tetris, please.
Just pulling no punches there on sports in general with Las Vegas. Oh my word! Anyway, yeah, we're waiting on Alex. That's how Jeff knew. Alex is in a group text message that we have going on. So.
Yep. Any word on the potential of a live finale next week?
I did make mention to them that was a potential. Obviously, we don't want to push it if that doesn't work out for both, but we'll see. I am currently looking at that, and also no spoiler here yet because I haven't talked to the guys about it, but it was a unique proposition given to me recently. I don't want to say it here. I'll tell that to Bidwell offline, but.
Wow, teasers. Love
yeah,
it.
There's a little teaser that you might get a little special towards the end of the month if everyone is available for that. So we might see something very special that Alex and Jeff one more time before the World Championship.
And if they're West Coast time and they need a little extra time for a setup like that, I don't mind staying up extra late.
Oh yeah,
So whatever accommodations you need from me, I'm happy to partake.
Alex, if you're listening, take all the time you need, my friend. He's sending some messages over that his capture card is not reading right now, so he's gonna restart his PC. That's fine. Take all the time you need, because you know what? It's the time for us to kind of chill a little bit, right, Bidwell? I think we can.
Oh yeah, let's
kind of
throw up
promote
some of them
promote some
slides
stuff
there.
I guess let's promote the first thing that is the most important, right? Is that we got we got CTWC happening. So there you go. It is the World Championships with those 5 champions. October 13th to the 15th, the Portland Retro Gaming Expo. History could be made again, Bidwell. We've seen 2 of the 5 champions there that will be competing again this year. I'm sure Eric has already said he'll be there, so he's going to look to try to defend his title. It's going to be really playing a tougher field than anything, right, Chris? I mean, you saw it in New England, the New England, I want to call it, Northeast Regional. We got to see, some of the new shining stars of Classic Tetris. Cole Bucket, who's going to be out at the World Championship. Great finish there, showing that he can play with the big boys. Giving it to Huff there, going to a decider. So again, and Huff is looking like the live event prime time player that we expect him to win. He won like 2 major back-to-back super regionals, right?
So, and I think the new rule set, I really do think this is the most wide open year we've ever had. Going into every championship, there's always been kind of 1 player, 2 players maybe, and then will somebody else knock off one of those 2 top players? And last year it was a bit open with the grade 8, but I think this year it's truly, you could throw a dartboard at any of these top players, and if any of them took the title, it would not be a shock. So we are going to be in for quite the roller coaster ride, and I cannot wait to go to Portland and see these players give it their all.
Absolutely. I'm very stoked, and a lot of new blood is going to be out there. And if you want to participate, pretty simple. We'll have some information, I'm sure, coming out in the next week or so about signups and all that stuff, because we are getting to that point, right? Well, we got to get that stuff happening out there. So that'll be out there very shortly, so stay tuned for that. And then we want to be recognized. We want to stand out among the crowd, right, Chris? People are like, well, how do I make myself look like a professional gamer? Well, pretty simple. All you gotta do is type an exclamation point jersey here in the chat, and you could look like a major esport gamer, right, Chris? Look at that beautiful jersey that was put together, huh?
I love it. You got the Tetramino abs there, so it'll make you look a little more fit than you might be in real life. It's your name on the back there. Black and gold are colors since probably the beginning. Well, maybe not the first year, but classic colors that'll never go out of style. Some of these crazy color schemes you see with these esports jerseys, in 10 years are going to be embarrassing. This will be wearable for a long, long time, assuming you don't get fat and old like me.
Well, word on the street here is, Chris, that the design was molded out of Jeff's body, so that's basically his right there.
I see that. I can see that now.
Yeah, you can see that. Yeah, I'm sure.
And lots of ample space for that neck view.
Of course, right. You have to have the neck be very prominent there, otherwise, what's the point? So as you can
Shout
see,
out to whoever buys the jersey says player name. Well, somebody might do it, but I think, I don't remember the price offhand, but I know that you might look at this and might think, maybe $100. I believe it's a lot less than $100. Do you have the exact number, or has that been publicized yet?
I don't recall if that's been publicized. I know Sharky's kind of managing that. He's taking the pre-orders and stuff. That might be in the Google form. When you click exclamation jersey and it takes you to that link, which is the CTWC 2023 jersey. Get the correct link for all of you. I type in the word jersey, not New Jersey, but tinyurl.com/CTWC jersey 23. That'll take you straight to a Google form where you can fill out all the information and should have the pricing there too. But yeah, relatively speaking, Chris, when you're talking about like other major esports like Valorant, Rocket League, whatever, this is absolutely in a favorable price range and gets you talking, gets people noticing you. You may be a world-class player, but if you have one of these, that just makes you look even more professional. And you never know, Chris, like maybe there's sponsors out there watching like, ooh, I want that player to represent my brand. And then you make a name for yourself right out there.
Never know. Anything's possible in this new age. Well, I get a message here. Looks like Alex is live. You want to check on that?
We certainly can. Behind the scenes, while you all admire that beautiful jersey there, that is correct. Alex live.
Yeah, fat microphone. He's not even going to speak, but he's got the mic set up.
He does. Actually, gonna put him more in frame because how that ended up happening. So Bidwell's gonna see all the cheese behind the scenes. You guys could just look at that beautiful jersey, and again, just type in ! Jersey for more information on how you can get that. But you got to get it. It's got to be done before September 17th, right, Chris? There is no I was off by a day or two. I forgot. Can you just take my money? No. This is a very time sensitive.
We are. And I believe deliveries will be dropped off in person in Portland. So that's what tight of a window we're working with. Get those orders in and get them to the publisher. I don't know what do you call a jersey press, but they will be working overtime to get those out to us just in time for the tournament.
Indeed. All right, so now that players are live, we'll give them a couple of minute warm up, Chris. That's fine. I know Alex was kind of just rushing here. So, Alex, take your time. Take a long warm up if you need. We'll give you a few minutes because we're about to do our shtick. We're going to get set. It is time. The best of 99, season number 3. Oh, yeah. As you hear Bidwell, he's very excited. He's very excited for this.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah. What bits of genius did I come up with this week? I don't even know.
Oh, I'm sure you'll present it to us in any form or fashion. You are a smart man, sir. But yes, this is the best of 99 season 3, round number 10. We're coming to its exciting conclusion. We are 1 week away from the finale, so let's kind of go over the rules and what's been happening over the last few weeks. So here we go. Best of 99 house rules are very simple. Players will start on level 18 only because that's the professional level. Players will restart the match if they top out at under 100,000. That is the Louis Scooey rule. And that kind of adds a little bit of an element because we don't want to see dud games, right, Chris? We want to see players play them out, get the transitions, have really good games, be entertaining for the crowd, correct?
Sure.
And of course, mullining games is at the discretion of the player, so every game is mullinable if they would like to do that. That's a new word I just made, so you'll see that in the Webster Dictionary next year. And yeah, they could just go to max out City if they want to, but it's at their discretion. 9 games will be played over an 11-week period. We've been doing that for 9 weeks. This is week number 10 in regards to that. You can see the stats overall for all the rounds there. You can see Jeff's big wins. Overall 6 sets to Alex's 3. And we have now round number 10 being played this evening, and then we come to the big conclusion. There for that. And of course, as Chris mentioned, we're going to try to see if we can do that live. We're finalizing that with players this weekend, and if we can make that happen, wonderful. If not, no worries. Not a hard thing to do, but this would be something very special. I'm sure it would be fun, and maybe get Kim grilling in the background, right, Bidwell? Would be great.
Ooh, yeah.
No pressure on Kim, of course. So,
no, I mean, I can only watch it being grilled. It's not quite the same as smelling it and eating it, but whatever out-screen entertainment we have for the finale is much appreciated.
Of course. Then let's move on over. This is Chris's favorite part, the Bidwell's keys to victory.
My keys to victory.
Chris, I'm going to miss this. We got 1 more week to go, and your words of wisdom have been shining to players all season long. So what do you have in store for Jeff and Alex this week?
Well, Jeff, he's going for that record of 65 wins. And that second point right there. Let's hear that a few more times in these next couple weeks. And Alex, as I said earlier in the broadcast, the trajectory is on the upswing. Jeff is just a brick wall sometimes, and even if you throw your absolute best games, you might not get that crown. But he's certainly possible to take another series and make this a bit closer. And not stopping Jeff from 65 is feasible. If he splits these next two series, he will not get those 10 victories. So there's still some to play for, and you're playing for your own improvement. There's no trophy. There's bragging rights. There's a fake belt, but you're playing to improve yourself and then to make that better showing in 5 weeks in Portland, Oregon. So those are my keys to victory, even though victory has been mostly achieved, but they're still keys.
Very effective analysis there from retro gaming legend. And wow.
Professional.
Absolutely.
Professional photography. Oh, man.
All right. Here we go. Game time.
All right.
So look at that. Of course, Alex warming up with the secret grade, right, Chris?
Got the vitamin water this time.
Oh.
We've foregone the green tea.
Interesting.
Jeff's yawning a bit, so maybe this is Alex's night. I'm trying to see the shirt there. Is that beer? I can't quite read it there, but
Could be deer.
Deer.
Yes. Well, maybe it says beer. Yeah, beer house.
Okay.
Okay.
There's our
Deer Force.
Deer Force. Gotcha.
I would like the beer idea better. All right.
Alex's t-shirt game is top notch. Though he had the Sharp X68000 last week.
Is that yes? Well, maybe he's changing it up. Because it didn't pan out overall for him. So maybe the Deer Force will
Right.
be.
Maybe the Force will be the Force.
The Force will be with him, of course. Trademark. All right. The seed is in here, Chris. It is 0C 6125 for those that would like to play at home. If you have the approved hardware to do that, 0C like Charlie 6125. So sounds like a good seed here.
I'm all for it. Looks like we got readies.
Let's do it. Chris, count them down.
Here we go. Round number 10 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Off we go with a line to start. And no pressing down for Jeff this time to start off here. Changing it up a bit. Now he's pressing down just to prove me wrong.
So you can see in the lower third, this is round number 10. Games 82 to 90, Chris. And Jeff leads the
Oh,
series.
man. It was starting off with a drought. We had that starting off with a line piece and haven't had one since then. So Alex is in cleanup mode. Jeff, the same. Both players. Man, finally, simul Tetris there. How many pieces was that? That was probably at least in the 30s.
Yeah, if you're talking about an opening type of drought, I would imagine it's got to be somewhere in the 30s. Jeff kind of like having to move pieces quickly around, like he was kind of like jumping there, a little hyper jolting to make sure a piece was going to get over to that right side.
Both players have handled that opening drought well. We got a 82-77, so we're well on our way to an official game. No misdrops yet. I swear it's on a commentator's curse on that. Trying not to be at fault for that.
If you do, YouTube is going to let you know very dearly.
Oh, sure.
Jeff's already starting to dig out here, Chris, at 85,000, trying to get to the threshold. Alex has a very clean board. He's going to hit this Tetris. He will make it at 109. Jeff holding out. Board under control, but maybe some interesting decisions of placements going on right now. Oof.
Burning isn't going to be 2 line pieces wasted for Jeff Bohr. He's still at 93,000. That triple should get him very close. 95, 99. Boom, Tetris for Jeff. And another one. And now we've got a game that's official. 145, 157. Alex Kerr with the slight lead. 45 lines in.
And of course, we should give a shout out here to Larva, one of your good friends and becoming one of my good friends lately these days. So thank you so much. Gifted Vince earlier, what actually would have been last month, a 6-month gift subscription to the Classic Tetris channel. So this is month number 2 of that 6. So Vince, enjoy that.
Wow. You're the one guy you wouldn't think would need a gift subscription gets the gift subscription, but Vince is awesome. Can't wait to see him again in a few weeks.
Just for Jeff, he'll go to 237. Alex at 228.
Very clean game so far. Not much trash cleanup. That's why we've been kind of BSing this whole time early on.
That kind of is a good sign of a game, right, Chris? Because if commentators can kind of just BS a little bit in the background and let players do their thing, that means the game's going well. That means they're doing their job. They're keeping us entertained and having it done in a professional way.
Got to freeze up on Jeff Moore's board, so hopefully that'll get resolved, but there it goes.
Yeah, they were
Look at this, 300,000 through 77 lines.
Yeah, Alex having a very strong game, so players keep playing it out. Jeff was having some internet troubles before we started, so that could be occurring right now, but players, don't worry about it. Just keep playing it. We will sort things out if there's any issues, so just do your thing. And we got a anonymous gifter. Gave a sub to Boom Tetris for Jeff,
who is not digging out. So Tetris for Jeff is an imposter. But enjoy your sub anyway, sir.
Yeah,
or
indeed.
ma'am. I mean, it might be a female Jeff. We don't know.
It could be.
375, 352. So we're getting near that Joey Parker turn with some strong scores.
Yeah, really good opener from players that potentially didn't really get much warm. I mean, Jeff probably got a few games in while he was waiting for Alex, but like Alex was, rushing to get over here, trying to get his setup working and all that stuff. That could be very daunting for someone, maybe like distracting and just puts you off in a bad start. But Alex coming out very crisp. Maybe that Seeker Gate is a good warm-up tool, huh, Chris?
Yeah. And look, neck and neck gets a tier 1 sub. The memes are subbed up. No commercials for the memes.
No, and I mean, since it's neck and neck, why not just
there it is?
Do it. It is close enough, right?
And also 469 for Jeff Moore.
I know. Jeff kind of like taking a little sigh of relief too, Chris. You a little nervous?
Yeah. He did have a yawn earlier. Look at Alex Kerr beautifully setting up a column 3 Tetris.
Hot game number 1 happening here, Alex. 5 lines back of Jeff. Jeff's already hit the 500K mark. He's going to push down a little bit. We get some extra points before we change over. Take a safety double. Waiting on the long bar. Not coming here, Chris, so he'll just go safety first. And there we go.
Yeah.
What a pro.
Beautiful transition. Yep. You knew the speed increase was coming. Burn down the stack. Set your timing with that speed increase.
Yeah, you can
and
see
Alex Kerr with this upcoming Tetris, hopefully. He's going to triple past 500,000 and still waiting for the line. And triple again. He's going to take that same maneuver and take the safety play into transition. So 590, 511. But again, Jeff Moore is ahead by 15 lines. So that deficit isn't quite what it appears. Assuming Alex gets the line pieces, it seems a little more droughty here post-transition.
Yeah, he's in that same sequence that Jeff was suffering with no bars. So there you go. Finally, the bar shows up for Alex. He's going to be behind a bit in the sequence. And as you can tell, a level behind as well, too. 673 for Jeff, 552 for Alex. Early shift for him.
Ooh.
Long bar actually comes perfectly timed, but now he's going to have to make a long bar dependency for another one.
And that's going to be about a 5-line solve for Alex Kerr, although he does some weight on those gaps. So we're going to wait to him get in the scoring position, which he does by opening up a column 5 well.
Ooh, getting a little aggressive here, Chris. I like it.
I mean, you kind of have to. You are behind by 150,000 points or so. There is the 2-line or 2-level difference. But he's had some success with the Quaid strats last week, so maybe continuing that isn't the worst play ever post-19.
Yeah, I got to agree. Look at that. He's going to do it again. There's another Tetris for Alex.
Nice.
657 for him. Jeff at 780 has a little bit of a complication on this board. We'll see how he digs out.
Yep, this is Alex's chance here.
And look at Jeff. What a pro. Digging it out like he always does. 793. Boom,
Now
Jeff.
he's fired and he didn't give a line clear with that line dependency getting filled in.
But it's a perfect chance now for Alex as Jeff has been digging severely here on 25 and 26. He's getting set to go to 27 shortly.
Oh, that solve is just so clever.
Alex is hot on the heels, Chris.
The gap. Yep, here it comes. 806, 738. Jeff's still not in scoring position. He's wasted about a level and a half at least trying to get out of this jam. So he's going to try to have to finish strong here with a column 2 Tetris. Jumping into level 28 at 847. Alex Kerr is at 773 at level 26. So he has a lot of runway here. Can he get the line piece? He tried to be aggressive. Stands up that L piece. Sells out the board a little bit. Jeff Moore with his last Tetris is going to finish at a 918 and maybe gets under the single line. 918 will be it. So he needs 919 for Alex Kerr. He's got 11 lines to do this. Is he set up for a Tetris? It's a little hard for me to see with this color scheme. Oh, he's a Mino short. Okay, now he's ready, but now he's double dependent.
Alex, again, 919 is the score you'll need, but he's run out of time here, Chris.
He's got one line left.
He'd have to set up for 2. He'd have to set up for 2.
Which is possible with the column 4 well.
Look at him go.
Gets the tuck in.
But he needs a bar in the worst way.
The bar. Oh, but that was the right strategy, Alex Kerr. That was absolutely the right play. Had the pieces come, he would have gotten the 2 Tetrises. That would have been 64,000 points, and that would have been super close. That would have done it, I think, had he gotten the 2 Tetrises. So he was in position, and that's all you can ask for. Changing up your game in this situation, in that pressure moment, is critical to tournament play. But Jeff Moore with the 918 to start. That was game 1, King.
That was just game 1. What a way to start this one. We're going to refresh Jeff a little, a little bit after the kind of stoppage we were having throughout. What a game number 1 you mentioned, Chris. Yeah, just that was electric.
Alex is like, I played great and I still can't win. That's how tough Jeff is, but I think Alex enjoys the challenge of playing against the best. Or else he wouldn't be doing this week after and week in and week out.
Yeah, I agree. And again, this is perfect competition for Alex to be like, if I can play this close to Jeff, even though he might be beating me or whatnot, there's a boatload of players that Alex with scores like that would be beaten. No problem. Trust me.
At 5% efficiency difference, obviously the crown count shows a lot of W's for Jeff, but Alex is right there ready to take advantage the moment Jeff makes a mistake. This isn't pushover Tetris for Jeff Moore here. If pumping anybody's in, what is the percentage rate according to ELO for these two? How close are we to it? I would kind of want to give ELO its shining chance to actually prove that it is mathematically correct. We got readies in game, so I guess we'll get started here for game 2.
Go right ahead, Chris. Count them down.
3, 2, 1, Tetris.
Yeah, I forgot what the exact link is to go there, but it's something to do with like matchdb.gg or something like that. I can't remember the exact URL, but it's out there. Someone in the chat would love to go do that. Be great.
Scotto bringing up Tetris in a triple would have been enough clearance for Alex to take that game 1. The strats were there, the pieces were not.
Right. And he had a long bar come along the way when he was Tetris ready, but then again, was he gonna be triple ready after that? He didn't want to take the risk. He knew, like we were talking, Chris, that the safety play was trying to just build for 2, because if you can get those long bars down that well, right in the center, that's your easiest bet, and then there's no qualms about that. You win it outright.
And as a DAS player, that's the classic Thor Ackerland strategy of getting to level 30 is building a center well and being able to manipulate pieces at level 29 speeds with DAS or basic tapping, which Thor did back in his day. So I really enjoyed the strategy, even though it didn't work out that particular time. So we have another good game here, King. The streak continues.
Yes, officially they are still going here. Although Jeff's probably like, man, maybe I should have topped out, not having the best of starts. Alex with the lead early on.
Streak continues. We might have to start pumping in chants for Alex, and then start making up numbers how long the streak is.
Well, I think Chris is trying to get something started for CTWC, the Alex chance in that regard, right?
Mm-hmm.
Catches over Jeff. He goes kind of back-to-back jack down column 3, and he's going to continue playing this way.
Yeah. He had the line piece and could have taken a triple and plays it aggressive. He's going to keep building there. And really, the column 3 Tetris, well, is a very efficient way if you're not going to play in column 10, 3 or 7, because you can, with that staggered slope, you can put a T or S or Z depending on the situation. Multiple piece solve to maintain that build.
If it's transferred the well over to the left side, gonna go with the David Vulich strat, the OG Harry Hong strat, right, Chris?
Yeah, but Jeff's playing left well, and Alex is playing 2 off the bottom. So unconventional ways for both of our players to increase that Tetris rate at the level 18, because both players know once 19 comes, then you gotta turn up the safety just enough to survive all the way to 29.
And Vin's pointing out that they are not currently in the ELO sheet because of their inactivity. There's a part of the program that removes players that are not active at a certain time range, so that would...
Wow, that's
But, if Dr. Pumpy's around, Dr. Pumpy. Oh, Alex!
Oh, Alex! Ah! I think he just couldn't... He a little quick indecision with that L. And Jeff Moore is good.
Yeah,
and, I have a proposal for next week. Speaking of the Mullins, next week is week 11. And I think if we did something moderately clever and call it Mullen week, but, with 2 1s instead of L's in Mullen, where every game is a Mullen. I think that'd be a nice, fun conclusion or stipulation.
Potentially, right? Unless Jeff says, listen, man, I gotta have dinner.
I gotta go to bed, man.
I mean, again, Crafty Kim's probably barbecuing in the background saying, guys, during the break, here's your burger and hot dog, right? All right, top break there for Alex. He had the early top there. And Alex, I love you, man. You're great. But when you have an early top, I like that. We have to kind of just shout it out. Oh, no, I'm going to let it go, man. It's going to come out. Oh, no, Kingsman. Yeah, sorry. The Marts had to make a mess here.
Yeah. You got a job, Marts, that's got to do it. And, of course, Barrett, the king of replacing letters with numbers and names.
Indeed.
Spelling
they are ready to go. Chris, go ahead, count them down for game number 3.
All right, game number 3 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Jeff well on his way to his 10 victories needed to take the record. So the record is currently 64.
It is 65.
65.
So he would need 9 to tie, 10 to break it.
Right,
and
so
the thing is, if we look at the opposite of that, right? So in the past 2 seasons, the loser has been able to get a little more than a third of the games won. So in season 1, Louis got 36 wins to Ben's 63. Jeff got 65 to Ben's 34. So Alex's goal would be to obviously want to beat Ben. Why not, right? Everybody else was doing that. So you want to beat that. You want to beat that one. But then obviously you'd also try to want to beat Louis. So in that regard, Alex has 25 wins on the season. He would need to go and get 12 wins to overtake Louis, get to 37. So he'd have to finish basically. You have to get like 7. Maybe win this one, then go 7 in the next one. So it's a tall task for her.
Yeah, especially losing those first 2 early at the beginning of this set. We could have said he could have gotten 5-4, 5-4. That becomes more and more difficult as the games progress.
But I think even if Alex ends up having less wins than Ben and Louis, the difference is look at who he's playing. I mean, he's playing a revitalized Jeff. Like, Ben got the upper hand early in the first week where he shut out Jeff 9-0 and then was able to just kind of like get a few wins here and there. But like that first week was his saving grace to get any real advantage.
But Alex is a little bit on the struggle bus here, but he is nearing that 100,000 point threshold. Jeff's on the man. Everybody's on the struggle bus. So we got Dig City here on both sides.
And Jeff,
I think Alex has a dirty Tetris set up here to take the. Well, we won't take the lead with it if he gets the piece.
He does, but I think everybody's kind of watching what's going on with Jeff right now. Let's see if he can find a way to dig out. Excellent dash control for him. Alex will get the dirty Tetris and have an opportunity to fix his board up. Jeff, meanwhile, what a quick tap. Oh my God, look at these taps. The quick taps from Jeff here. Excellent dash control overall. He's staying alive, Chris.
Man. Hero burning from Jeff Moore, and Alex is shaking his head because he realizes this is his chance and he cannot get back into scoring position. 172, Jeff Moore, 164, Alex Kerr. Both players trying to get back to scoring position. Jeff Moore opens the Tetris well, bangs it down, but now he still has a Mino to clean out here in row 2. Alex Kerr does not have a Tetris well. This will only be a triple.
What a dig from digging out himself. My God.
What a show.
Unbelievable. Vince, this is, get the reels going, man. Get the YouTube shorts. That is a highlight right there.
Speaking of Larva, there she is in chat. How are you this evening, Ms. Larva?
They're kind of right back in this mess. 231 for Jeff. Alex with a hangarang T. Cannot double tap that T over. You saw that was like in his brain right there. He wanted to do it, just couldn't execute it. He's in a situation at 205.
It's still survivable. So this is a very interesting match.
Really nice placements here for Alex.
Getting the line far to the left. That was about 10 high.
But Lombard comes in. Only burn one line, though. That's such a bad feeling.
Well, at least you get one line burn just to get that input delay, which is critical when you're this high up on the board, especially as a DAS player.
Oh, S-spin opportunity. Oh, he missed the S-spin.
Can't get it.
That been a really sweet burn.
The constricted time. You know, when it's at the bottom of the screen. Oh, come on, Alex.
Oh my God, what a vault.
Give him another one, game. Give him another one, game.
He needs a bar. No, he couldn't rotate it.
Spin it in time.
Oh, Alex. Woo. Oh my God, he almost did the Houdini to get out of that one. That would have been an incredible dirty Tetris. We're ready to scream it out, but he can't. And that is the end. Mr. Jeff, with his amazing dig out, will survive and take game number 3. And is how many wins away there, Chris?
7.
Evan to break the record that he currently owns himself. Wow, what an amazing game we just. That game, the scoring wise, you can say like clearly that was not effective, but from an entertainment value to watch them dig out was tremendous.
Both of them, like, and it was there. Alex had it, and the line came, and he couldn't spin it in time. Very small window for that spin to take place, less than a second. And we get from Barrett that was a 2015 match. I'd agree, but in a good way.
Players did not like that part of the seed, so hopefully this 3F will be much better. Chris, count him down for game number 4.
3F in 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
Hopefully it will not be an F in this game, but we'll see. After an excellent game number 1, had a couple of tough games right after that. Both players having some struggles, but entertaining to see the digging the
That could have been a
immense
false
damage
start.
control. I mean,
Easily.
it could have easily, but they're warriors, Chris. They're just gonna go and work through it.
And that's the beauty of this versus, say, a speed run that you typically see on Twitch or in classic gaming competitive scenes where players don't like a particular board or seed or run, they'll just reset and try again. And I don't like the spirit of that. I like people overcoming their struggles and working their way through problems, and that is testament to our scene and our sport. So Jeff is 300 points away from making it 4 in a row. Alex is another Tetris and maybe some change away. Make this 4 in a row for penalty-free games. Yeah, 45 points. Oh, he's going to press down to get the 100,000. Or he's going to get the 99 and quit. That'd be amazing.
That'll be a major troll move there, but we know Alex. He doesn't do things like that.
That's right. He was thinking about it.
The wheels were turning. Bidwell's eyes were glowing, thinking, "Ooh, is he gonna do it?" But you know, Bidwell, my eyes are glowing because this weekend we get to celebrate DAS in another country. It is the DAS World Championship that'll be taking place in Cologne, Germany. And that is hosted by the CTG group, Classic Tetris Germany, led by Mark and Jakob and all those guys there. So big shout out to them that they're gonna do this again for the second year in a row. And I mean, Chris, I was entertained so much by what happened last year. I'm sure it'll be even better.
I mean, pulling off these tournaments is no easy feat. So having more and more people in our scene able to host these types of events, bring people in from all over, it's quite the accomplishment, and it's going to be a fun show to watch for sure. And that's been kind of one of the things, is how do we get the old people sticking around this game, and I think a DAS tournament is a perfect way to do that. So I'm glad that somebody's picked up that ball and taken it. Jeff's in trouble here.
Oh, what a flat burn.
But the flat, that's not going to be enough, and Alex Kerr is going to take a crown. I told you, don't sleep on Alex Kerr.
Yep. You figured it out. Nice job, Alex. 246 staying alive there. Jeff just flew too close to the sun. You can see a couple of gaps there very high up. Those are difficult even for him to get out. So Alex is on the board early. That's a good sign, Chris, if he wants to try to deny Jeff from reaching that marker of breaking his win total overall to 65. So we'll see if he can continue that route. Graciously top out there. So it's 3-1 overall now in the first 4 here. Players will see. We're going to go to 4-0 or 4D. Do your thing. And while they do their thing, Chris, I'm going to do my thing and give Jeff the top out soundbite he deserves, courtesy of our friend, Mr. Grand Design.
I'm a man. I'm 40 seed.
Oh, yeah.
For the 5 people who might know that reference from 15 years ago now, maybe. Here we go. Count them down in 3, 2, 1. Tetris.
Seed is a score. 40. And Bidwell jumping the gun a little bit because Alex was not ready, but he can go ahead now,
no,
Chris.
No.
We can edit that.
You're right. 3, 2, 1. Tetris.
Vince, go ahead. You'll need to edit that later on.
I never make mistakes. What are you talking about?
Oh, of course.
Never.
And of course, Vince, will comb through this VOD ever so diligently to make sure that he edits that
Clips that out. Mm-hmm.
Of course. And there is a match of Reno, as Vince had kindly put in the chat here right now. So if you'd like to
good, we got that set
contribute,
up.
yeah, you'd like to contribute to the DAS World Championship, it's right there. matchreno.com/tournaments/102162. Love that the Europeans here not using tiny URLs or bitlays to help. That's okay.
No, they use metric websites.
That's correct. Yeah. I know Alex is wondering if this could be a metric redo because this is
yeah.
a
If
tough
he
one
gets
to
that
start.
line piece, might be able to get this burned down a bit.
I feel like line bars have been very sparse tonight.
Yeah, but look at this dirty Tetris, Alex Kerr, and back out of danger. Well, Jeff doing some modern art here on his board.
Yeah, he opts to go for the
like
cleanup
danger.
rather than the scoring potential. He had an opportunity to adjust the J piece to do like a horizontal burn, and that might have gotten him, I think, a dirty triple. So I think he's trying to avoid making a lumbar dependency on that left side, but it's unavoidable.
That Tetris will get Alex within one of reaching our threshold. Make that 5 in a row.
Producer Vince confirming that he spends all the time cutting out frames, spend time on the beginning and the end. Yeah, he's a super producer.
Right. I mean, that's what you do in Long Beach.
Yeah, aside from surfing and
right. And we do have an official game, King. I mean, again. So it's a hidden metric, but I think this is what makes this the best season of Best of 99. These players not needing that false start rule very much.
Maybe wondering where are my pieces to help me so I don't have another early top pound, trying to avoid that.
Yeah.
Getting closer. Ooh, I love that flat burn solution. Very nice,
he does that for you.
He did, yes. And he'll be rewarded. He's at the right well open now.
Talk about adjusting your game for your audience, and that's totally... Do you notice people go more for the flat burns when you're commentating?
They do. I mean, it's a great solve, to be honest. So, you know, I'm just helping the player base understand that, hey, moves like that are superior. 5 and below openers and OJs and things like that. Like, I mean, come on. We're in the new era here, Chris. We're in the new era.
So Jeff really hasn't gotten out of trouble. He's been in and out. He does have the slight lead, 267, 218. Alex looking to get into scoring position here. Has to forego a Tetris. And another, like, he's just not, he's shaking his head because he's had to give up several line pieces now. It hasn't been able to capitalize on any of them. Now he's playing one off the bottom, and he's Tetris ready again. And Jeff has solved his stack by creating a column 5 Tetris. It knocks 2 down in a row. So I like the unconventional play here again for both players to try to squeeze every point they can out of not perfect boards.
Yeah, you can see Alex just going to opt to take all these extra burns just so he can feel comfortable. At the end of the day, even if you're trying to match pace to pace and you start falling behind, as Alex is right now, he's down about just a little over 100,000 points, 285 on his side, 392 on Jev's. But it's about the comfortability, being able to manage that stack and just saying, you know what, it's too risky to say, I'm going to keep playing off of row 1, 2, 3, whatever, right? Bring it down.
Yeah, Jeff not getting the line piece all the way to the left. So rather than continue to play in a center well, he's going to burn this down to try to take care of that mess on the left side. And the strategy works because he knows he also has the lead, so he can't afford to sacrifice his Tetris rate a bit.
About 7 lines left to go before the transition. Bar somewhat helpful in that regard. Trying to hold out for that right piece. There we go. Take the safety double. Got one more burn. See what he's going to do. And while Alex is about 14 lines behind. 358 for him. Jeff transition. There we go. Just got the bar.
In time.
Man, oh man. That's when you know, everybody talks about RNG being unfavorable, Chris. That's when you like say thank you.
Well, but now Jeff's in trouble. This is halfway up the board, level 19 speeds. He's anything to less going to be difficult. And he's not going to be able to do it. He's going to top out at 460. So transition eats up Jeff Moore's game here. Alex Kerr at 127 lines, and he needs a 461. This is play it safe territory here. and he does so with a triple, then a double to get into that level 19 speed closer to the bottom of the board. And if Alex takes this, we got a match for the series tonight, 3-2. But not a guarantee yet. Needs a 461. So lining it out is a possibility. But if you are going to line it out, then doubles and triples are a better way to line it out.
And Jeff saying he totally forgot about transition in that one. So, I mean, that could sneak up on you. Like, you spend all that time digging, and then it just sneaks up and you're like, oh crap, it's here.
That's, I'll take the L on that. That's kind of our job to remind him that it's coming up.
Alex will take the
Look at this Tetris, though. That's going to do it for Alex.
Very nice.
Fancy way to end that one out. He could have lined it out, but went for the Tetris anyway.
Well done, Alex. You have gotten it. And as Chris mentioned, we just made this a bit of a series in this set tonight. 3-2 so far. Jeff has the lead. Alex looking to try to deny Jeff from breaking the record. But we'll see if that actually does happen. That was game number 5, Chris. And, when we come to game number 5s in these sets and series, we take a little break. So, players, you know what to do. We're going to take a little break. Go do your fingers. Go to the restroom. Grab a sandwich. Whatever you want. We're going to take a few moments here to give you guys a chance to decompress. Some high-level Tetris being played here tonight. Great opener, and then been a lot of grinding here, Chris, right, tonight. So, good job by both players. And as they do their thing, Chris, I'm going to do my thing and be kind of a shill for the Classic Tetris channel, of course. Right? That's what Vince hired me to do, right? Is to be a shill for all these things that we're doing. And we're going to talk about this real quick. It is the CTWC 2023 personalized esport jersey. Chris and I talked about that in the pre-rolls, and this is a fantastic item, Chris. This is brand new to CTWC. Haven't done it before, and this is really high-class stuff we're talking, right? I mean, even you, Christopher Bidwell, can look like a major esport gamer. Can you believe that?
I wouldn't go that far, but that certainly does look nice. Like I said, it's the classic CTWC black and gold. You got the Tetramino abs. You got your name on the back. It's an awesome jersey, also designed by Sharky. And the price is very affordable. If you check out that link that's in the thing that'll be coming up here any minute now, go get yourself one and have it ready for you in Portland, Oregon for CTWC main event in 5 weeks.
That is correct. So if you can type in exclamation jersey, as Laura was trying to do, thank you so much. You can go over to tinyurl.com/CTWC jersey 23 and fill out the appropriate form to get the details and how you can personalize your own esport jersey. They're available for pre-order up until September the 17th. That's a hard deadline, so don't say, oh, you know what, I'll wait till the last minute. Don't be that person, because if you forget and this thing closes, you are never getting another chance again to get your own personalized CTWC player jersey. Stand out and look like one of the pros by wearing one of these. And I'm telling you, Chris, you would look fantastic in that. Those abs will make you look like a star, without question.
That's a 10-pack. It's covered up by the lightning bolt, but that you literally would have a 10-pack there.
Oh, indeed. Those players are going away there for a moment. They're getting themselves reset for this game. We're going to talk about some stuff that we always do because we have ads. And if you'd like to support this channel and avoid getting ads, then all you got to do is hit the subscription button. Chris, did you know it's September this month here on Twitch? That
September, wow.
You get a little bit of a break. You get a little bit of a break there. That if you want to sub to this channel, it's like $3.99 on desktop, like $4.99 on mobile. So you save $1, and you get the benefits of everything that you would at the full price, where you're getting all those fancy emotes with me rocking my head back and forth, right? You get a little whoop with the Chris Forrest head thing. And, of course, everyone's favorite, the Bidwell. Yeah! Everybody loves that one, right, Chris?
Woo! Yes.
Yeah. Woo! That's what it is. Right? I always think it's... for some reason, every time I see that, I feel like you're saying, yeah!
Yeah, it's a woo, but I don't, you can put your own verbalization in there. It's choose your own verbalization.
It is.
Like there's a little scout photography.
Right. And there's so many emotes. You got Ben Mullen spinning his face around like a crazy man. You got Sharky pogging out. There's so many. And I think there might be some new ones coming just in time for this year's CTWC. So stay tuned. And make sure you get the subscription. Hit that button. Just do it. Why wait? And while we go to this ad break, this is usually the time where we tell a story, right, Chris? This is usually story time and all that. And I want to talk about Dr. Mario. Because Dr. Mario is near and dear to your heart. And we're getting set for the World Championship coming up soon, right? In November, Chris?
Yes, sir.
So,
Columbus, Ohio, Toward Gaming Expo.
There you go. So let's talk about, during this 60-second ad break, Chris, in your best way to try to fit within that time frame, what gravitated you to want to be the organizer for Dr. Mario World Championships? And how has it changed your life? Chris, 60 seconds. Well, maybe we can go a little bit over. That's okay. I think it's a fantastic story to mention. That's for all of you subs. You're going to get to hear that in its full glory. For the rest of you, well, I guess you catch the VOD because that's coming up now. Chris, go ahead. Tell us.
All right. So, I forget what Dr. Mario was kind of a side event at the CTWC for several years. And Vince was always one of the higher end players. And he basically said aloud, I wish there was a Dr. Mario tournament similar to CTWC that I didn't have to run. I, as in Vince, didn't have to run. And I had run tournaments locally in Columbus for years. I have an extensive game collection, extensive CRTs, lots of consoles. I had connections in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania with the Replay FX Festival. So I said, you know what? Let's do it. I'm gonna do it. I want to have a Dr. Mario tournament. And of course, Vince flies out there, and Packy flies out there, and Chris Brady makes the trip, and we meet some new friends who were there for the Pinball World Championships at Replay FX. And the thing has grown ever since. And Heather Ito made her way out in 2019 and won our championship then. And we got, over 100,000 views on the YouTube channel because of her connection with Jonas. And since then, it's grown even more. So, I like running these things. Like I said, I own all these stupid video games, and rather than just be that guy on YouTube that stands in front of a bookshelf full of video games and brags about crap that's worth more than most people's cars, I actually like to share my video games with my friends, and that's ultimately what I get to do with the Dr. Mario Championship. And I've put in a few $1,000s this year to upgrade our streaming equipment, and I think our show this year is going to be better than ever. And if you can't attend, watch us on our Twitch channel. Larva will put up that in the chat. And, enjoy the show. I think I was 60 seconds, maybe a little long.
A little bit over it, but I think it was worth it. I think it's a very telling story that Vince passed on something to you because he didn't want to do it, and look what you've done. You've grown your own community, and you've made it something that it's a place to be. Right? People are now participating in. You're getting a great crowd there, and I'm telling you, if you're planning on using the setup that you did at Northeast Regional for Dr. Mario, I mean, that's without question big time production for. So I think it's going to be fantastic. I think you're going to get a bigger audience this year, and kudos to you for keeping it going.
Thank you. And like out of the blue this year, just some couple from Pennsylvania, they're going to shoot a documentary about their quest to win the world title. So it's just we have quite the eclectic characters, and I think a scout mentioned in his YouTube video last year that it's kind of like the CTWC mid-years. You got a lot of eclectic people coming out. We haven't quite really established who the best of the world are just quite yet. So it's quite a fun hang to come out and see things. Maybe they'll get crazy like CTWC did, or maybe they won't. But either way, it's a fun time to hang out.
And it's a fun time to get back into action here. So players, we see Jeff is ready to go. Alex is getting those T-spins in there. So when you are ready, Alex, we're going to continue on. It's seed 51 will be the new seed 51. Good old 5-1, as Bidwell's probably thinking, do I know any Cincinnati Reds with the number 51?
I'm just thinking I'm going to be 51 in 4 years.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
We won't think about that.
No, sorry.
Alex said, did we not just play 51? No. We played 40. 40 was the last seed. I think you put 51 when we were talking. I think you increased the seed there. He's thinking. Let's see, Chris. Let's do the math here. We started with 0C for game number 1, 1D for game 2, 2E for for game 3, 4-0 for game 4. Then game 5 is 5-1. No, he's right. He's right.
Wow,
Why do I even bother arguing with him? Why do I even bother arguing?
Dude just knows.
You know, I get thrown off, Chris.
There's your emote, by the way. Clip that, make that an emote. That thinking face was classic.
Yeah, there you go, Chris. Good job by you again. So, Vince, copy and paste that, please, and you know how to magnify that. So, thank you. Sure, never question Alex. Yeah, that's without question. Now, Jeff, on the other hand, he's like, just tell me what we got to do. I thought 51 was right too, Jeff, but I don't know. I just counted here, right? Let's see. 0C. I'm using my fingers here, right? Game 1 was 0C. It is 51,
if that means
right?
start with 0, then you'd be 1 behind your current game.
0C. And then I was right.
Oh, well, then no, because then when you flip from F up, then no, I guess. All right, let's just do 62.
Oh my God! Let's skip to 62. We'll skip to 62. Let me see. 0C. I don't know. I just counted my finger. 0C, 1E, 2D. No, C D E, 3F, 4Z. Yeah, I was getting 5. Oh yeah, it is 5-1. It is 5-1. I was right the first time. It is 5-1. All right, here we go. 5-1. It is. How many Tetris players is it gonna take, right? How many Tetris players is it gonna take? Yeah, I think Alex got confused because he hadn't committed the seed before.
Story time puts everybody to sleep and
commercial.
nobody's focusing.
It's like, wait. It's fine. Don't worry, Jeff. You will not memorize that sequence.
Yes, he will.
All right, it's 51. Give us the number. Let's do it. We'll count it down. Go ahead, Chris, for game number 6.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
We all had to laugh about that, so it's fine. And somehow they don't have the same pieces. No, they don't have the same pieces. All right, guys, can we top out? I should have checked before here. Let's top out, players. That is not the correct lead here.
Well, whatever Alex has, use that because that had a lot of line pieces.
Let's see. Jeff is on 5-1, 6-1, 25. Alex, I think Jeff has the wrong numbers here. No, Alex is fixing his numbers. Thank you, Alex. Alex is looking at Jeff's screen. 5-1, 6-1. I will type this in. 5-1, 6-1, 2-5 is the current seed, players. That is the current seed. 5-1, 6-1, 2-5. Chris, this won't count as far as ball starts.
No. That's a referee resetting the ball and moving to the left hash mark.
That's correct. Yes. That's okay. Alex, you get a pass here.
Alex, do not apologize. This is all in the host. We take all the blame for this stuff.
That's correct. Yes. Jeff had started with a funky left. Well, let's start with a funky countdown. Chris, go ahead, count it again.
3, 2, 1. Tetris, baby. Little Bootsy Collins there for you.
Ooh.
We're gonna go funky.
Man, look at this funky opening from Alex.
Wow.
There.
Yeah, loving it.
Start there. Wow. Jeff making sure he didn't make the same mistake he did in the first time.
If this is a false start, though, you might hear objects being thrown on my side.
Oh, well, that's okay. Would it be a chair that you'd be throwing around? It's dirty Tetris.
Perhaps.
Because we all know you don't like chairs.
No, and you would be scared for your life. I'm just going to keep memeing that till...
Ooh. Aggressive move here for Jeff. Oh!
Yeah. Oh, he covers it. I thought that was a mistake.
Yeah. I don't think he anticipated that he would have that opened up for the opportunity there.
We're getting the internet delay. It looks like he's going to get out of this. It's like the anticipation. Can he get out when we come back from commercial break?
There we go. Another.
There's a dirty Tetris, Jeff Moore. And Alex is at 99560. Maybe he presses down to get 99999.
Oh, that'd be intense. I think he's thinking about it here, Chris. That's a lot of push down, though, because a burn here would just put him over, and there it is.
Yep. So Alex is official. 6 for 6. Jeff's official. We did it. We did it, King. Edit all of that in post, right?
Of course, yeah, Vince. Make sure you timestamp that so you know what to do. Varchild hanging out with us tonight, Bidwell. Gonna have to Windex my monitor after all these dirty Tetrises, without question.
There's a sponsor idea. Yeah. Let's call up Windex.
I mean, we were also trying to... Who was it? I think it was with Vince when he was on with me doing this. We were talking about potential sponsor with Swiffer.
Yeah. Clean up those dirty Tetris piles.
Yeah.
You got a good one, though, King. Like, after all the shenanigans early on, the commercial break, the seed mumble jumbles, both players are back in it, so I perhaps extended commercial break basically beneficial.
I would agree. You've talked about that many times before, Chris, on these shows and anywhere else that you're on, that breaks are good. Extended breaks for players, but in this case, a extended commercial break helpful for them to refocus here for the second half. We're coming down to the end, Chris. This is our second to last week, round 10. Alex looking to maybe spoil the fun for Jeff. Make sure he does not make history to break his own
Jeff
record.
Kiddo.
I would love the Jeff Kiddos coming in. Daddy, I gotta tell you something funny.
Well, appreciate it. They'll eventually be a teenager.
Let's fix Jeff's cam a little teeny bit. We want to see his.
Got to see that big, beautiful neck, King.
Of course, yeah.
So because of this unconventional play from Jeff Moore, pushing up that Tetris rate, he does still have the lead, 348, 311. But he does also have the 10-line disadvantage in terms of scoring potential. But look at this. That is a Tetris well, if I am not mistaken, but he is going to burn it down. Opens up the column 5 Tetris again. Lots of column 5 play tonight from Jeff Moore.
Yeah, maybe
taking the safe triple.
Maybe taking a page out of Alex's book, just thinking, if it's working for him, why can't it work for me? And he's really been doing that a little more frequently in some of the matches we've seen him play over the course of the last year. He's been varying it up. Like he's been looking at an opportunity to score in different wells, mainly on 18. We kind of see that 19. It would seem that he sticks more to the traditional right side just because of the speed and how fast that is, and just feeling more comfortable in using that lane. But certainly adding this to his repertoire is very helpful. Ooh. I thought maybe he was thinking about going with a spin there up at the top, but it was a little risky. But he finds a way. Look at that. Very clean.
Still ahead.
Heading to score, but the pace is definitely in Alex's favor. Alex is 10 lines back and only about 2 Tetrises in that regard. So he could theoretically, at the transition, overtake Jeff.
Yeah, speaking of transition, Jeff approaching transition, and he has trash in the middle of his board.
See if
that
Jeff
is
is ready
a
this time.
Tetramino magnet at level 19 speeds. It's not optimal. The square is going to be helpful. Can he get out of this without any more mistakes to get back to scoring position? Because we are at 489, Jeff Moore, 486, Alex Kerr.
Oh, wow.
Jeff just gets it over. Alex
Jeff missed an
going to be
opportunity
Tetris ready for transition.
Yeah, sorry, Chris. I was looking at Jeff's board and saw that. I think he missed an opportunity to kind of go like a flat double with a J, but there you go. He's moving kind of more to a left well. Let's see if he's just going to burn it down.
The left wells are especially dangerous for level 19. But he's just going to work it, and he gets rewarded.
Wow.
Nicely done. Aggressive play. 531, 539. Get those necks out, folks. We have got a game 6 here on our hands. Alex with the Tetris to take the lead, 565, 539. Jeff's in cleanup mode here. Another Tetris for Alex Kerr. The delayed flat burn, lays it flat, and then burns it down with the next piece. Another one, Jeff Moore selling out for a column 6 Tetris well, and he's going to top out, and Alex Kerr has tied this series up. Tremendous post-19 play for Alex. Jeff Moore could not get that pile under control before transition, fought his way up to level 22, but can never get back into full control of his board.
So Alex, please play this one out, obviously. 658 on level 22. This is your game. You've tied it up, as Bidwell mentioned. Let's see what you can do. Oh, look at that T-spin.
That's why you practice those T-spins.
Yep. Well done. A nice delayed burn set up here for him. 692 for Alex. Plenty of runway. So we'll see what he can do. Jeff's already getting set up for the next one, so I'm sure he'll...
Aggressively standing up that T-piece. I think he's feeling it, King. I can feel it.
Good piece placements going on right now for him. Lombard's going to be engaged and gives him the score.
Timed.
758. Very nice score so far for Alex. Bar timing coming out very nice for him.
Yep. Got the dependency, filled it in right after he gets the Tetris. Oh, okay. A little dangerous. He had to get the swim to get that in. Gets the line. Nice. Looking good, King.
Fans are watching with bated breath.
Waiting with bated breath here. This is working out so well. Come on, game. Come on, Alex. We got this. Jeff Moore nodding in approval. Cheering on his rival. He's 130,000 in 16 lines. It's going to be very close. Gets the line, or gets the L over just in time to knock down another Tetris. 3 Tetrises should do it. There's one. He can take a couple of burns here, but not many. Give him the line game. Give him the line game. That's it for Burns. 980. Oh!
Just gonna be short. Oh, Chris. Come on, game, Vince says. Yeah, what a shock. Level 28. There's no bars for anybody there, Chris. The game just knows. We're not giving it to him, but 980,000 points. He has eclipsed his highest score of the season. 975 was the previous one. What a hell of a run there. And would be remiss, he just tied up the set too, along with that. Holy shnikes.
Man. See, I told you, this is so much fun.
It is. All right, we'll give Alex a moment here because I'm sure he probably needs to compose himself. That was a hell of a game. But we'll throw the seed in there.
You know, even in those lower stake situations, you know the nerves are... He's a little more in tune with everything, so he needs to get back down to level 18 and do the big sigh, roll shoulders a bit. He's going to hover 3 here. We got to reset our seeds. This time it's 62.
To make sure I put the full seed in, just so players can make sure they have it. So it's 62, 61, 25. Just making sure he's got a little sip of liquid courage.
And I was sure with all the shenanigans last game that we were going to have a botched game, but no, they came through with flying colors that time. 3, 2, 1 Tetris, game number 7.
We are 2/3 of the way done for this one. We have 7, 8, 9, which is also games number 88, 89, and 90 going on right now here, Chris. Are on the cusp of the finale. And Barrett making a good point that Alex wanted to skip the number. Imagine that. I think Alex is going to put that in his back pocket there, Chris, and says, can I play that one again?
I mean, if he's going to keep streaming afterwards, that's probably the first seed I'd put in.
Oh, I agree. Have to say it for Jeff to go to 70,000. Go ahead, Chris.
Working on another streak here, 74-71, trying to make this 7 straight clean games in a row.
Got to be a real feels-good moment there for Alex that last game, because he's been trying so hard to keep up with Jeff. This time Jeff just ran into the early trouble.
The T-spin. He can nail on 18 or nail on 19, but 18 gave him a little trouble.
Timing a little off there. And nice, interesting placement there. He snaked in the T, creates the T opportunity. Got a Tetris along the way, and he's gonna get another one. Alex Kerr and Jeff, they're doing it again.
Like those pieces were greased up. I mean, we all know, watching this, know the differences between classic and modern Tetris, and that timing is, you got to be precise. Those sticky pieces don't slide quite as easily as modern Tetris pieces do. So good stuff. So we have pressed the threshold for both players again, and again we've got a nice close game. 234 Jeff, 175 Alex, and the lines are the same count. That's unusual.
Yeah.
Jeff's slowing down a bit.
Yeah, Jeff not pushing down as much as he normally would. Maybe just, after a couple of these games, he was up 3-1 near Chris, and then the last two, Alex has been taking advantage. So tide is turning a little bit. Alex feeling in the zone, and we've talked about this, Chris, many times over and over, but Alex is getting stronger as each weeks go on, and I think it's proving that it took him a while to get accustomed to playing this much, but when Alex is on his game, he is absolutely tough to beat.
I mean, he made the finals of CTWC twice for a reason. He's legend in every sense of the word.
Jeff at 337, Alex at 234. So even though it's a 3-line difference, the score is about 100,000 points differential. Jeff kind of playing dirty a little bit. Alex playing on a clean board.
I'd say we obviously like Alex's board health better at the moment. Jeff playing one off the bottom. And at this point in the game, that's an okay move. Obviously, level 19 speeds, we don't want that.
You can see here, Jeff leads the series 56-25 overall going into the night. At 3 for both players, it is now 59-28. It's game number 88. Alex looking to try and take another set off of Jeff.
Jeff's playing on the left side, and that's awfully high for a left Tetris well. Does burn it down, but now he's going to need proper pieces to dig out of this. And at 98, 90, 100 lines, you don't have to solve it right away, but you can't float around here. You can't tread water. You got to get down.
Very high right now. That L was so perfectly timed.
Oh, perfectly timed.
Square, not so much though.
But this is Alex has closed the gap. Now it's 413, 400. Both players are in scoring position. Jeff gets the Tetris one off the bottom with the left well, so playing dirty in multiple dimensions here. And right before look at this. Like, Jeff knew exactly how to get back to the bottom of the board before transition. What a champ. What a pro. And Alex is going to take that slight lead, 450 to 444, right before transition. But this is This is back to where we were again. Another level 19 game, King.
Alex gonna set something up here. Jeff is very up high. The long bar will come to the rescue.
That is not advice. Oh, and he couldn't. Oh no, the transition's going to kill Jeff Moore again, and Alex Kerr takes game number 7 to take the lead in this series.
Tide is turned here, Chris. Alex taking advantage of that mishap. Jeff was trying to do something a little cheeky. He wanted to snake in a piece, and that's where it faltered. You see that Jay kind of hanging around. He was trying to look to snake it in an opportunity because there was another Jay that was
for Alex Kerr, though.
delayed burn.
He's mulling it. Oh, he's not going to mull it, but he just had to get the sneaky move himself.
Of course. Well, doesn't want to be upstaged by Jeff here.
No. Yeah, I apologize for interrupting your analysis there, but making those sneaky moves right after transition is ill-advised. It is difficult to get that timing recalibrated that quickly, 6 lines into your transition.
All right, so GG's there. Good one for Alex, looking to try to take this set and make Jeff's life difficult if he wants to break his own record. It is 4-3. We got ourselves a very pivotal game number 8 coming up. Seed is 73, 61, 25 players, 73, 61, 25. They'll be pinned in the chat, of course, for reference.
So that's 4 in a row by Alex, yes?
Yes. He's just come on strong all of a sudden, and we are
Tremendous
set.
momentum change.
Chris, it's game number 89. The honors, once again, are yours to count them down.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. The double L start. Double J. One of these days I'll learn it. Probably not. Just like I'll max this game out one of these days. Sure.
Probably not.
No.
But maybe we'll see some max outs this weekend in Germany, Chris. We're kind of talking about that briefly. But there is the World Cup, the World Championship of DAS going to be taking place in Cologne, Germany this weekend. You see it on the Classic Tetris channel. You're going to get qualifying on Saturday with some of the top 48 going on as well. And then on Sunday, they're going to go right into top 32 and play the rest of the tournament throughout. That should be a really fun day, Chris. And I'm told that a number of great European DAS players are going to be in attendance. I'm not sure how many Americans will be making the trip, but certainly when you talk about best in the world players, you've got greats like the returning champion will be there. You're going to see Adam MTS. They're going to try to defend the crown. I'm sure maybe we'll see Schnecke, who's from Germany, will be attending once again. And you'll see plenty of other awesome DAS players competing in that, including up-and-comers that certainly will wow the crowd, including Mark Migas, another German that'll be there. So it's going to be an exciting weekend. It's going to be an exciting weekend. You never know who might show up. We were surprised to see Quaid there last year, right, Bidwell? That was a shocker.
Yeah, that upped the entertainment value for sure. And, and the more that they put this tournament on, the more people they're going to bring in from overseas. I think that we're planting the seeds to make DAS a important part of the classic Tetris scene from here on out, which is good. I think good news.
I think so too.
And look at this. Speaking of good news, 8 in a row, King, tonight, and then you add 9 from last week. How many from the week before? But we got to be pushing 20.
I would think so, around there. They're pros, Chris. They're the best of the best. When you talk about consistency here, they're doing their job and making us look good.
Oh, yeah. We'll call it Mike Tenay and get a proper count here.
Oh, of course. That's for Jeff. We go to 216. Alex at 204. Jeff's ahead in the line count by about 5. So that Tetris, Alex creeps in a little closer. So it is kind of tight. And when it's tight, break out next here, Chris.
Yes, let's do it. I mean, what a treat we're going to have the actual necks represented on screen for 99 straight games. This will never happen again. Maybe they'll play each other again in an exhibition or something, or an official match, but they're never going to play 99 games in a row. I can't imagine it's ever going to happen ever again. So appreciate the moment. Soak it in.
Yeah, no, I agree. Although if you ask Jeff, he probably was like, yeah, no, last year I was never going to play 99 games ever again. And then suckered him to come back for a second
Mr.
season.
Booker, man, you found the right opponent.
Yeah. Another question will be, we'll have to find another right opponent for Jeff. I mean, he's the money man here. He's Mr. 99 now. He can't be stopped. Who could potentially stop him in his tracks? You know, there's a lot of talk about going into next season. Who would you want to get, King? And, you know, dash superstars that I kind of mentioned, like an Adam MTS or a Mark Migas. Those are like super dash stars in their own right. You know, maybe a certain villain from Vienna has bragging rights over Jeff. He's beaten him at super shows recently, so you wouldn't mind seeing something like that for 99 games there. So many possibilities.
You're talking a guy with the first letter T and rhymes with Oogie?
Yeah. Some people say that he sucks, but others will tell you differently. You never know. You never know, Chris. So many possibilities happening for next year.
Oogie going to be in Cologne?
It sounds like he will not be available to make it there. But again, you never know. There could be a surprise.
Or playing with fire halfway up the board, and he gets back to a standard scoring position just before transition. But he's behind 423, 391. So a little bit of role reversal here. Alex having a slight lead heading into transition. With the perfectly clean board, while Jeff, with this, will only get a split double. And his goal for these next three lines is to get this as low as possible to make that transition smoother.
Well, he's going to transition now. He's going to have to come out swinging. He's going to need to dig out if he wants to keep this one going and send us to a decider. The touches for him in column
players
2.
Playing off center.
And Alex still has 3 lines left to go. Obviously, pace-wise, he is way ahead of Jeff in the score, too, now. 501 for Alex. Jeff is at 462. Kind of unconventional when you see that. And one of the keys to victory that Vince Clemente gave
Alex,
us.
aggressive, passes up the Tetris. That it wasn't even a line dependency on the left. That close to transition. That's kind of surprising. I mean, it's effective. But you can see the mindset, the aggression factor going up. The Bidwell key to victory from previous weeks.
But there you go. Alex is keeping tabs on all your keys to victory here, Bidwell.
Yes.
He's got them in like on a
more than I am.
Well, you only have to memorize it once.
I mean, if I didn't know any better, it's almost like he wrote those keys to victory, not me.
Well, he's very multi-talented, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Good score for Alex. Going to slam it on Tetris. Going to go to 613 on level 21, so he's going to look to take it to the house. Jeff at 606. It's a neck-and-neck game, but the levels say different.
Wow. 20 line difference. This is the classic scenario we've had for the past few weeks. Jeff more pressing down, Alex letting the game come to him.
Jeff having to, unfortunately.
Nicely done. That's solved by Alex Kerr.
That's the fun contrast about watching these players is that I'm like focused on Jeff and Chris is like watching Alex Kerr. It's so funny.
And normally I try to watch the player behind, but I'm rooting for Alex to get this max out here. He just won away that previous game.
Yeah, I mean, Jeff is going to get too high, and there you go.
Oh, boy. And look at this.
Jeff is toast.
Alex is going to take the set.
Yeah, Jeff is toast at 650. And Alex, go ahead. You know what to do. It's Mullen time. Give us a show at 743. Looking very, very sharp. We're going to give him the 5th crown here, Chris, because he's earned it. And usually, in order for him to get the 5th win, he's had to go to decider to Jeff. Tonight, he said, I'm going to save myself an extra game. That's game number 5 for me.
Give him the line game. Give him the freaking line. Oh, I got droughted.
No shock there. This game will do that. 748, a very nice score for Alex, but I think that more so than the score, Bidwell, I think it's a feels-good moment that he was able to beat Jeff and not have to do it in a decider fashion. So well done for Alex.
That makes our set count 6-4.
It does.
So, you know, California's got a lot of electoral votes. They always close last. So, you know, maybe the presidency is lost, but he's certainly going to make this a lot closer in the final tally.
All right, players, we are getting set. Seed number 84 to be implemented. And it is game number 90 in the best of 99. Chris, please, as you've been doing all summer long, count them down for this final game of the night.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
I don't know about you, Chris, but it's pretty hot. Not only the game action, but just out here in general. It's like 90 degrees, like 10 o'clock at night. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's gross. But fall is coming soon. CTWC is coming soon. The trip to the Northwest. I get to get out my hoodie. It's all great. It's all looking up.
Well, Chris, for potential first-time viewers here watching, or maybe watching on the YouTube as they watch the VOD, what would be something that you would want to tell people maybe that they're interested in coming out to Portland Retro Gaming Expo and just seeing that itself, but of course watching the CTWC? What would your advice be for a first-time maybe player or just a fan to come out?
Try to enjoy the moment, enjoy the city. I mean, even if you don't get to travel much out. Nice line spin, Alex Kerr. Enjoy that.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
Super cool. You know, go up to Burgerville, get on the train and hit a different part of town and go to Voodoo Donuts, or just don't just go to the convention only and just play Tetris only. Try to get some hangout time with some people that you're not familiar with. And enjoy the Pacific Northwest. It's a unique part of the country, and parts of it get a bad rap for obvious reasons, but there's a lot of good stuff too. So, you know, appreciate the good stuff and make it a journey, not just a destination tournament only and go straight home. And I believe we're going to have plenty to do up there. I believe we've already got our after party plans, and look at this dirt, man. Alex is all over the place. So's Jeff, though. This game's wild. But again, 9 for 9 King. Another perfect night.
Yeah, I mean, they're setting the standard for what the best of 99 most likely will be going forward. They have really rocked it. Another flawless set. And that makes our job a lot easier, Chris, because we're not here till like midnight.
Yep. 185, 183. They're putting on a clinic here to finish this up. And, you know, at the beginning, we were talking Jeff Moore's needing 10 wins to break the record from last year. And that's in jeopardy. Even with the win here, he's going to need 6. He's going to have to win 6-3 next week to take that record. So, and if Alex takes this, the margin of 7-2 would be required. So not a given. Coming into tonight, I thought it was going to be kind of a foregone conclusion, but Alex is a warrior, and he has proved that tonight. And I mean, if Alex takes the set next week too, 6-5, did you think that was possible?
I mean, there was definitely some doubt going on earlier in the season, but I feel like once we turn to the second half, Alex has turned to another gear as well too. And that's the thing about this series, Chris, is that it you look at the overall game's perspective, and if you look at the scores and stuff like that, you say to yourself, man, Jeff wiped the floor with Alex overall, but that doesn't really tell the true story. I mean, when you look at the scores, like really, when you really look at them, like you'll see like Jeff winning games like 900 to 700K or like 800 to 700K. Like Alex was getting really high scores. The only problem is that you have Jeff who was being in beast mode. We saw that earlier tonight in the first game. Jeff getting a very strong 900K that like Alex was like trying to chase. So it doesn't really speak to the value of the game that we've been watching all season long. That Alex has been giving Jeff a run for his money and making him earn it.
We've talk about these players are old school, and the early years of CTWC championship matches would only get into the 500,000-600,000. Previous rounds would maybe not even get the transition more than half the time. So these players are obviously evolving past the moniker of old school player, and maybe they're not going to keep up with the hyper rolling craziness that is modern CTWC, but their games are certainly improving within their skill sets, and that is what makes this a fun watch.
Yeah, and then I'm also hoping that this encourages some of the older veterans to participate more and say, hey, I want to play Alex, I want to play Jeff, and see if I can keep up with them. Maybe that ups their level of gameplay, and that builds for a better player base. And as you mentioned, Chris, maybe things in the works that you're seeing DAS tournaments become more prevalent, not just online, but at live events.
564 transition. So Jeff is going to finish strong no matter what. That is a heck of a transition. Maybe the best of the night, or at least best since the first couple of games for Jeff. Alex, right on his heels with 2 more Tetrises, will be close to that 564 transition, but he's probably going to play it safe, as he is wont to do. Transition coming up. Oh, Jeff's in trouble, covering up as well, putting even more weight on that well. Flat burn, getting the pieces that he needs. Man, getting that over. Can he get this over? He's going to play it flat. Top out at 598. Alex Kerr needs a 599.
Jeff really needed help on that left side. He was doing so many great flat moves, but just could not get the right piece to make it work. And Alex going to take a nice flat burn with the horizontal J. Another one. There's a bangarang Tetris. He's got it. 607, Chris.
Out, though.
Of course, yeah, mulling it out. Alex, you have done it. Big win for him. His best performance of the series. Coming in strong now, Chris. And I can't wait. Next week. Oh, now there's some major drama happening.
I mean, if the grilled meats are on the line, that changes everything.
Watch Alex finish this one out. See what he can get to close the night. 669. Hey now.
Alex really going to get 3 lines in a row to fill in that dependency.
Alex probably wishing those 3 lines had shown up a few games ago.
And a little out of control here. Maybe not max outable. Jeff Kiddo dancing in front of the fridge, cooling the entire city of Las Vegas with that wasted refrigerator energy.
Bars here for Alex. What a shock. Oh, what an aggressive tuck.
Ooh, he's not going to go it. Oh, he does get that over, but then he's going to give it up. 696.
I think he even surprised himself that he got that tuck there. Oh my god. Wow. Nicely done for Alex. 696 is the final score. Gave us an absolute show tonight. Best set Alex has put together in the entire series. He's had some really good ones, but this one, without question, his best performance. Chris, tremendous job.
I gotta say, I think every game but one went past transition.
I think there was about.
Like it. I think
there was about
the
2.
Second game, maybe 2 games. Okay, but that's still a tremendous percentage. Probably the best of the series.
Yep.
So Alex certainly not. Jeff not laying down for sure. Like, all those losses were post-transition games, I believe. So hell of a 6 in a row for Alex Kerr to finish this set off. And a lot of drama going into next week. I know the final results are given, but how close are we going to be at the end?
That's what you got to tune in to find out next week. So before we go over to win the scene, let's ring the bell, Charlie, to close this one out. Now we can officially head on over to that winner scene, and there he is, Chris. Alex Kerr, Grandmaster of many Tetris variants. Certainly was a Grandmaster tonight. He proved that he can hang with Jeff, and even though the series is closed out and Jeff will become victorious, Alex says, Jeff, if we meet up in Portland, if you're coming, this is what you're going to have to face, brother. Be scared. Wow. Aggressive Alex Kerr is the scariest Alex Kerr, Chris Bidwell, and he's proving that he can definitely make a very good run in Portland.
Can't wait. Beer Force.
Well, there you go, Chris. That concludes round number 10 of the best of 99 this season. Number 3 is coming to its climactic conclusion, as you mentioned. Lots of drama next week. Can Alex basically up this week's level and take it to the house next week? Maybe see that first competitive max out. Can he also deny Jeff from breaking his own record of 65 wins in a season? Got to tune in next week to find out, because we're coming into the conclusion of the summer series. It's been fun, Chris. It's been an absolute honor to do this with you, and I love it. And you're great to host.
Thank you again for having me, King. Like I said, this is my hangout time with my friends. I work from home. I turn on the old Discord and jump in here, and here we go. We're getting to watch these two legends and revving up my excitement slowly, building up that tension. The big finale in Portland, Oregon in 5 weeks.
Indeed. So when we come back next week, we will be literally 30 days away. We're back September the 13th. That's next Wednesday for the finale. We'll be 30 days away, and we will get to talk to our players as well. So at the end of our final round, we'll have a interview session with players and get their thoughts and get the big question: will they be in attendance at CTWC? You're gonna get that and more all next week on the season 3 finale of the best of 99. And with that said, let us move on and head on to raid our winner tonight, as I like to try to do, because he streams very rarely. You'll see him on the best of 99. So let's go see if he can do that, and maybe he can max out. And of course, Jeff would like you to write the please. What a shock! All I could say is, can we get this ice cream for Jeff fundraising thing? I mean, come on now. I can orchestrate that for you, Jeff, if you'd like. You'll just have the biggest ice cream headache in. And I did want to make one mention. So we might be doing something special later this month on my own channel, because I did want to say this real fast. Crafty Kim, superstar in her own right. The Moore household, first of all, are great to do a lot of contributions. They helped out recently at the Iberia showcase that we did recently. So I think we're going to try to do something special. Kim has approached me and says, King, I got these bears I'm making, and I would like to give them to people that contribute to prize pools or stuff like that to help fundraise players in that regard. So I think what we'll do is we'll do a special stream. I'll see if I get you, Chris, to come hang out with me, and we'll kind of maybe showcase players that are trying to get fundraising and give them their platforms. Since we're not really doing a player support stream and things like that, King will open up his heart to allow that to happen.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
So stay tuned for that and more. So I'll have that in the Discord, and let's head on over to see Kitaru in 3,